Good morning, welcome to Headline Focus here live on Core Politics with me, Rob Double. It is Monday the 12th of February 2018. Let's have a look at what's making the political headlines today. So to start off with, Oxfam faces a crunch meeting with ministers today, which could see it stripped of all its government funding. Why? This is because of revelations that have come out over the past few days that staff of Oxfam paid prostitutes in Haiti for sex parties after the 2010 earthquake. And indeed, some workers did exactly the same thing. Aid workers did the same thing in Chad as well. Oxfam allowed 3 men to resign and sacked 4 for gross misconduct related to sexual impropriety and bullying. Now, the question which is always going around now is who's responsible and how much did Oxfam actually know? Well, a confidential report by Oxfam in 2011 said that there had been a culture of impunity amongst some aid workers in Haiti and that it cannot be ruled out that any of the prostitutes were underage. Oxfam disclosed this misconduct to the Charity Commission. Apparently, it did not receive, though, any information about sexual crimes involving underage prostitutes. Where does what happen now in terms of politics? What's next? Well, the International Development Secretary, Penny Mordaunt, says the scandal has put its relationship with the government at risk, along with its £34 million of state funding it receives per year. Penny Mordaunt on the Sunday programmes yesterday said there was a lack of moral leadership being shown in Oxfam and ordered the company to hand over all information it holds on staff who used prostitutes in the Haiti earthquake. This goes wider, though, politically, so we're going to get the ramifications through in the next few days. But the Sunday Times reported yesterday that more than 120 workers from across Britain's leading charities were accused of sexual abuse in the past year alone. So perhaps this is a story which is going to go further over the next few days. We'll just have to wait and see. Next up, the Prime Minister Theresa May is heading to Northern Ireland today in the hope of breaking the 13-month-long political stalemate installment, which is the Northern Ireland Parliament, between the DUP and Sinn Féin. She's there alongside the Irish Prime Minister, Taoiseach Leo Varadkar. This is amid speculation that a deal is close to being made regarding the devolved government with the DUP and Sinn Féin. Obviously, the government in the UK is reliant on the DUP in Westminster for a supply and confidence arrangement, a sort of coalition, but not an official coalition. And that obviously compromises to some extent political discussions and being the arbitrator of political debate in Northern Ireland. And there has been some irritation from Sinn Féin's demands as well over an Irish Language Act in Northern Ireland. That's causing a lot of irritation between politicians there as well. Mary Lou MacDonald took over from Gerry Adams as the leader of Sinn Féin over the weekend and said it is the only party that will rebuild a united Ireland. So interesting where this will go. Let's no doubt some news lines will be coming out later today once Mr Varadkar and Mrs May have finished their meetings. One more story then comes from a crackdown on diesel trains. Now, trains will be the next target of the government's ongoing war on heavy polluting diesel. Rail Minister Joe Johnson is expected to announce today, in fact he's been on the Today programme already today, in his first speech since he was moved over to this job from what he was doing at universities, Mr Johnson will set a new target for phasing out all diesel-only trains by 2040, so quite a long time away, but remember, we're supposed to be going all to electric cars by 2040 as well. His brother Boris Johnson, the Foreign Secretary, on Wednesday, we can't forget, will be giving his big Brexit speech, putting the case forward for an open liberal Britain and a liberal Brexit come March 2009. So that's something also to look forward to as well from another Johnson. That's pretty much it for today. You're up to date. Don't forget you can find all the latest on what we're doing here on Core Politics on our Facebook page and Twitter right here. But from me and all the team here at Core London, have a fantastic start to your week.